Hello everyone. In this presentation, we would discuss about very important concept in NMR spectroscopy, shielding and de-shielding of proton. You can understand the meaning of word shield, armor or one kind of protector. So what is the meaning of shielding and de-shielding of proton? We know that friends, protons are also surrounded by a nucleus. So earlier we have discussed that under the influence of external magnetic field, electrons are also revolving and they produce secondary magnetic field, or it is called induced magnetic field sigma. These magnetic fields are directional. So sometimes they can be parallel to applied magnetic field. In such case, they will reinforce magnetic field. Sometimes they oppose the H0. In that case, they would decrease. So particularly this induced magnetic field that actually shields the proton from the applied magnetic field H0. So this is called shielding effect. Now to overcome this shielding effect, slightly greater amount of applied magnetic field is required. So we can say that whenever the electron density, number of electrons are more around the protons, then there are more chances of the greater induced magnetic field. Greater the induced magnetic field, greater will be the shielding effect, and if the shielding is a greater, then higher magnetic field, applied magnetic field is required. So considering this phenomenon in your mind, let us discuss what is called shielding of proton and de-shielding of proton. Before that, I insist you should clearly understand high field or upfield and low field or downfield. This is a rough schematic diagram of NMR. On this axis we are taking magnetic field. Now magnetic field increase along x-axis. So obviously as you move from right side, then magnetic field's value will be more. That's why it is called high field or up field. And this area where magnetic field is considerably lower than this, that area is called low field or down field. So greater the magnetic field, it is called high field or up field. Lesser the magnetic field, then it is called down field or low field. So keep this thing in your mind because we are going to use these words in the explanation of shielding and de-shielding of proton. Now let us discuss shielding. You can see in this figure H0 and sigma induced magnetic field, they align opposite with each other, and as a result you can see that the effective magnetic field is not exactly the H0, but it is H0 minus sigma I have written over here. Or in other words, this opposite induced magnetic field, actually this is called shielding effect. See, हम वो जो कहते हैं ना कि जोर का झटका धीरे से लगता है, और you can understand this phenomenon with the values. Let us take some figure. Suppose this is a 50 and this one is 20. So effective magnetic field would be lesser, 50 minus 20, that is 30. Or in other words, we can say that if for resonance this amount of magnetic field is suppose required, then due to shielding we have to provide slightly more amount of H0. Again let us discuss with the values. For example, if you need 30, but since proton is a shielded, this induced magnetic field which is opposing 20, so to get net 30 we have to provide 50. I hope now you understand. So this is friends the meaning of shielding. Sigma, since it is opposing the H0, so it create a shield around the proton, so proton experiences lesser amount of magnetic field than the applied magnetic field. So now important second point you should remember is that this type of shielded protons, they require slightly greater amount of H0 Then the requirement for the resonance. I already explained you 30 is required. We have to provide 50. Thus, now again let us move on a previous slide. Now if you can understand, if more magnetic field is required, then signal will fall into this way. I have told you it increases, so signal will fall in the high field or up field. It means that shielding phenomenon shifts the signal into the high field or the up field. Let us understand this with the example of acetylene. This is acetylene molecule. We also call it ethyne. There is a carbon triple bond carbon. You can see that, but it is written vertically. C triple bond C. These two hydrogens. This is revolution of electron. Now, this is the direction of H0. These lines, they are the lines of the induced magnetic field. Now carefully if you observe, these lines divide the whole molecule into two different zones. Somewhere these lines are actually parallel to the H0. See this arrow, this one and this one, they are parallel. So hold this region, they are actually going this direction. So they are parallel. But when they enter here, now see these arrows, they are actually opposing. So this is what I told you, sigma and H0, they are in opposing direction. So important point is location of the proton. You can see that acetylenic protons, they located into this shielded zone where H0 and sigma, they oppose, and as a result here you can see that acetylenic protons are considered as a shielded zone, and that's why their signal fall into high field or up field. Now let us move on a deshielding of proton. You can see in the figure, see this is H0, and here sigma is actually aligned parallel with the H0. So here the effective magnetic field experienced would be H0 plus sigma more, or in other words, again let us understand this phenomenon with the figures. Suppose external magnetic field is a 30, sigma is a 20. So since there is a sum as they are parallel, so effective magnetic field experience is 50. So we can say that, in other words, suppose 50 is a required for resonance, you should only provide 30 applied magnetic field, because net magnetic field will be experienced would be 50. So you can see that we are providing lesser, but they experience more. This is a deshielding, not protecting, but on the contrary, it is actually the more magnetic field is experienced. This is called deshielding of proton. Deshielded protons experience greater magnetic field than the applied magnetic field. So they require lesser amount of magnetic field. So again, let us move back into our this area. If less magnetic field is required, then deshielded proton signal fall into the low field or a down field as they require lesser magnetic field. Shielded proton, they fall into the high field or the, this is not a high field, this one is a high field. Don't consider the height of the signal. I am not talking about a height. This area, high field, this is called. Now let us understand deshielding of proton with the example of aromatic protons. Aromatic protons are deshielded protons. Now in front of aromatic ring is a shown. But before I explain you, you should consider this aromatic ring is like this. So I have tried. It is not aligned with this screen, but ring is actually perpendicular. So I have tried to give a shadow effect to this area. So I want to make sure that this ring is not like the in a plane of laptop or in a plane of your screen, but it is situated like this perpendicular. So keep this thing in your mind. Now you can see that this is the direction of H0, and this coil shape induced magnetic field, these are the lines of induced magnetic field, right? So they are like this, your benzene ring is here and they are like this. This is the direction of applied magnetic field and these lines are that way. So one more thing I want to tell you is, you can see that I have only shown two these protons, not all the six. Because if I write proton over here or here, you will find that they are situated in this region, but no. As I told you, this aromatic ring is a perpendicular to the induced magnetic field. Now, this circle, normally we used to write resonance, but here it is not resonance but the revolution of electron. They would produce induced magnetic field. Now see two zones, particular these lines, see the direction of this arrow, they are parallel to H0. See this one or see this one, they are parallel to H0. But when they entered over here, here or here or here, then you can see that, see this arrow and this arrow, they are opposing. So some zone is a shielded zone like this one I have shown, or some zone where induced magnetic field and applied magnetic field are parallel, it is called de-shielded, as there will be some of them. So important point, as I told you earlier, is the location of proton, and protons are situated in the de-shielded zone. Meaning of diamagnetic is opposing and meaning of paramagnetic is parallel. Here we are using paramagnetic and diamagnetic words for the whether electrons are paired or unpaired, but here diamagnetic magnetic field means they are opposing and paramagnetic means parallel. So these two protons situated, not these two, all the six protons are actually located into the de-shielded zone, and that's why aromatic protons are highly de-shielded, and since they are de-shielded, they actually their signal fall into the low field or down field as they are de-shielded proton. So I hope you understand the what is the meaning of shielding and de-shielding. So now we summarize both. Shielded protons where applied field and sigma oppose, they opposing. De-shielded reverse, H0 and sigma parallel. So here since they opposing, lesser amount of magnetic field experience effective magnetic field than H0. Here greater effective magnetic field than the applied magnetic field. So here for the resonance slightly greater applied field is required. In this case slightly lower is required because applied magnetic field is required more. So peak is a shift or signal or absorbance shifts into the high field. In this case it is a low field. Examples acetylenic protons, there are many but here we have seen acetylenic and aromatic protons. So I hope that I made this concept of the shielding and de-shielding proton. It is a very important concept because in next presentation I would discuss chemical shift is again very important concept in NMR, and for that you must understand this shielding and de-shielding of proton. I think you understand it. Thank you so much.